Well, good morning. I've been on the road for about 45 minutes already. It's I think 7:30, something like that, or 8. And I decided to get an early start today and leave the Inn of Vermont early. I'll put up a picture. It was a great place to stay. Really enjoyed it. It's already starting to rain a little bit right now. I'm going to put on my gear, my rain gear, and hopefully not get too wet, but I'm working my way over to Oneida, New York. I'll be staying at a excuse me, B&B there, and again, as part of my westward trek. Had a very pleasant dinner last night with Julie and Charlie Schaefer. They had ridden out here. We're spending the holiday weekend in Vermont. They live in New Jersey. Just great people. Had a lot of fun just hanging out, talking. And when I left this morning, there were only our 3 bikes, our 3 motorcycles in the parking lot. So I guess from what I understand, this place is a bit more of a winter touristy area, or at least where we were. Because it was funny, when we went to dinner last night, Julie was kind enough to arrange a lift, which was great. And we get to the restaurant, you know, there for a couple hours, and it's like, I don't know, 9 o'clock, 9:30, and there's no one available to either Uber or Lyft. I guess in wintertime there's hundreds of people doing that, but in the summertime it's just not a thing. So our server was incredibly gracious. We offered to pay her what a Lyft would have gotten, and it was like, 6 miles away. And she was extremely kind and drove us. They were closing up, and so she drove us back to the Inn of Vermont. But anyway, it was fun. We had a great dinner, great conversation, and like I say, today it's mostly just going to be kind of a slightly damp ride, but still fun. Leaving some of the rollers of Vermont for the rollers of mid-state New York, I guess you could say. Yeah, anyway, riding in the rain. I think it's just going to be today, and we'll call it good. I'm hoping weather-wise this front's supposed to pass through it, and we'll be able to, or I'll be able to, ride dry the next few days, I hope. At least that's the way it's looking. That's it. Well, good morning. It's about 11 a.m. You can see the Creekside Inn behind me. I stayed here in Oneida, New York. I figured this is a good place to hang out. It's kind of on my way over to Niagara Falls, so that's my destination for today. It's about about 5 hours of riding or so. Yesterday was just miserable, riding in the rain. Nothing really good to say about it. My fingers were almost to the point where I couldn't feel the brake and clutch levers, which means my water resistant gloves were not doing a great job. So I managed to dig out a pair of liners, put them in after I warmed up. But it's like 63 degrees, but when you have a self-inflicted wind chill of 50, 55 on those roads and you're wet, yeah, you almost get to that point of hypothermia in your fingers, maybe, I guess. So yeah, that was kind of painful getting the feeling back in those, but whatever. It's all good. Had a lovely stay here. They have really good bourbon in their bar, and a great dinner of scallops. So I figure, take advantage of proximity to the ocean and the meals that are available here. Today I'll probably flip the camera on for a bit while I'm riding through the Finger Lakes area, or just, it's mostly freeways, so we'll kind of see if there's any parts of it that might be of interest. Yesterday I rode through the Adirondacks, or the Adirondack Park, which is 6 million acres. I mean, it was beautiful, but there wasn't like any significant points of interest or anything that I went through or by, other than the rain. So anyway, I'm hoping for a better day today. Looks like the next few should be pretty good, and we'll do some footage of Niagara Falls and add that to this episode, and we'll go from there.